on the way, we could see, at least I could, Gladnir Kula couldn't because she was driving, I could see the office buildings along the 101 freeway. And many of them are open. The curtains are open and you can see through the windows what we call the workstations. So many. And I was thinking of, what is the work? You sit in a chair and then there's a screen you look into and you do work. Mostly work with the brain. You're thinking about how to put something in another category and how to calculate something. This is work. We have knowledge gathering senses and we have working senses. And people all day long engage them in some kind of service to someone. And then I was thinking about how when we come here, we have our little workstation here also. You have your keyboard in the form of the Japa beads, and then you have a little space for yourself, and we sit in a certain way. But there's work to be done. And yesterday, I had listened to the pastime of churning of the milk ocean. And I was remembering how the devas came to Lord Vishnu and they said, we're missing this and that. And Lord Vishnu said, well, you're going to have to work for it. We're going to have to churn the ocean. You're going to have to work together with the demons. And together you'll churn the milk ocean. And I'm thinking of the term churning. What is churning? You have some substance and you just work it. And some magic happens. Like when you churn the cream, the butter comes out. And we don't know how it happens, but all we know is we have to do the work. So in our work of chanting japa, it's like churning, because churning you go round and round, or at least semicircles back and forth. And similarly with our japa, we have this circle. It's sort of like churning. It's like keep going, same mantra, keep going. But you have to do the work. So in our workstation, we do this churning, and with the demigods and the demons, they were all awaiting something to come out of the ocean of milk. And so many things came out. Lakshmi came out of the ocean of milk, and all auspicious items came out that were perfectly appropriate for each person. And in the same way, when we do the work, we sit down, we churn, we have to be patient. Even during that churning pastime, the demigods and demons got really discouraged because it was hard. And each time Lord Vishnu had to come and rescue them. He had to help them carry Mount Mandara and put it in. Then he had to help with the churning. At each stage, our japa will be like that too. We have to churn and we have to be patient, and then Krishna will help us. And from it, something will come out. That something means that we'll actually have a solution to life's problems. At the very least, Mamcha Yavavicharena Bhakti Yogena Sevate Sagunan Samatitaitan Brahmapuyaya Kalpate. In this verse, Krishna says, keep churning. Because if you keep churning, then you'll rise above the modes of material nature, which is practically impossible to do. Nobody can do it, not even Brahma, not even Shiva. It's mentioned in the first verse of the Bhagavatam. But if you chant Hare Krishna, if you keep churning, then the miracle will happen. And great unimaginable gifts will come out from the ocean of that holy name. So the last thought I had, not forever, but for right now, is hopefully, is just that we're really lucky to have a spiritual practice. So many people have to go to a workstation and they churn there and they churn there and they churn there. At the end, they get a little pension maybe, unless it gets robbed by some demoniac person. And there's not much you get out of churning this whole material world. But when you churn the holy name, then you get something invaluable. And we have a place to go. We have a workstation we can go to, and we have a bona fide spiritual practice that we can look at and do every day. So we can feel really grateful to be here, to be able to do this practice. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Harinam Prabhu, if you so desire, please empower us to churn the Hare Krishna Mahamantra for your pleasure and to bring out a service attitude that we can use in order to continue our service to your lotus feet. Thank you for considering our request. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. Shall we try? Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Oh, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Krishna Hare Ram
Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram, Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Hare
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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, 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 Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Sit
Hare, Hare
properly.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram.
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Ram 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare.
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Rama, Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare Rama.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
So
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, 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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Ram.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram.
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram, Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Krishna Ram 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 Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, 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 Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Oh,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram
Ram,
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 Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
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 Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram, Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, 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 Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, 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 Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Sit
Hare,
properly.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. How's the churning process? It's going on? Just material solutions often are counterproductive. I should say often, I say always. There is no material solution. Everything ends up either being in the same position or worse. Prahlad Maharaj says it in his prayers, whatever you try to do to counteract the material conditions by using another material solution often ends up being worse than the original problem. And in the churning of the milk ocean, when the churning started, the demigods were at the front of Vaisesika, who was being used, he's a snake, as the fulcrum for churning. He's a rope that went around. And the demons were at the back, and they complained. They said, we're greatly learned scholars. We know all the Vedas, and we're smarter than everybody, so we should be at the front. And then Vishnu accommodated them and told the demigods, so just go ahead and move to the back. And the demons came to the front of the snake. But when they started churning, then fire came out of the mouth of Vaisesika, and the demons were being burned. I find that humorous and ironic, as there's the way in which whenever I try to position myself materially, then I get sometimes a worse result, or I get burned by my decision. But just by accepting that there's only one solution, tasmad ekena manasa, fixing the mind on Krishna, there is no other solution. It can be very peaceful chanting japa because we wait for the solution to come from Krishna rather than trying to make some arrangement based on our own intelligence, thinking, no, move me to the head of the snake. That'll fix it. So in that, Prabhupada also gives us some parameters for when we're chanting Hare Krishna. He says in the conditioned stage, we chant Hare Krishna mantra officially without any attachment and try to finish the rounds as soon as possible. It's such a straightforward and commonsensical direction, isn't it? I'll read it again because you might make this part of your program. In the conditioned stage, that we chant Hare Krishna mantra officially without any attachment and try to finish the rounds as soon as possible. If I think I need some bhava, I have to have ruchi, we may be disappointed in the beginning. But if we think it's my duty to finish the churning and just do it officially means I was told to do it. Vishnu said churn the ocean, so I'm going to do it. I'll take my position and just go. And then try to finish as soon as possible. That's very helpful also, isn't it? Because the mind says I'll do it later, and then later never comes. Let's just have a few reflections about anything that's happened for you this morning in chanting japa. Yes. Krishna Saka?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for these beautiful points. Actually, I had a reflection on when you said material solutions are always counterproductive, and Prahlad Maharaj says that material solutions creates more problems. Sometimes people ask me what you do. I say that we create solutions which create more problems, and we create again solutions for that which creates more problems. This way we are always growing.
Couple more reflections. Yes. 1, 2.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj, for the quote from Prabhupada that you should chant officially without any attachment and try to finish your round as quickly as possible. Last week, when you had instructed to focus on the attention, and based on the instruction, I was trying, and I was doing reasonably okay. Today, I tried the same thing. I was pathetic. I was struggling a lot, and I was thinking what happened. I thought, okay, at the end of the chanting today, I'll tell that you should again instruct. Maybe that is the potency. Last time it carried, this time you didn't say, and nothing happened. But when you read that quote from Prabhupada, I said this was meant for me. So at least I can be relieved that just do your duty, chant officially without any attachment, and just try to finish it. At least I'm feeling much better, relieved. Otherwise, I would have felt pathetic.
Well, one other point is that he didn't finish as quickly as possible. He says finish as soon as possible. There's a very subtle difference in that. But it just goes to show, doesn't it, that we have to have sambandha gyan along with our chanting, sambandha and encouragement, because we're doing yoga and it requires intent, and intent comes from hearing, and we have to be constantly coaching ourselves and getting coaching from the Shastra, Guru Shastra, Sadhu and Shastra, so that we can continue on. And every day is a new day to face the mind, which is in a new condition. Hallelujah.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I had 2 reflections. The first is about when we try to do material things, it makes it worse. So at work recently, I was in a situation where things weren't going well. So I spoke with my manager, and we came up with a solution. And I went to that solution, but actually now I'm in a worse place than before. So I can very much relate to that point. And also in regards to churning, one thing I liked is that, like in the material world, we're always working towards something, but it's not very tasteful at the end. Like you say, everything always fails, right? But at least when you do chanting, the goal we're trying to get to is churning to create a nice, smooth butter of the holy name, and we can relish that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with chanting, and there's nothing wrong with taking shelter of chanting. There's none of the adverse effects that we get from material solutions.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Couple of days back, it's same point about creating more problems. Actually, there was some kind of podcast by one of the person who is like top 25 richest person in India, and he was mentioning that how we try to earn money so that we can avoid the sorrow. And he says that initially that is a good thing in the sense of because if we are too poor, then we will be getting too much affected. But then he says as you start growing a lot, insecurity increases. So he was saying that I'm little confused now, because it started with insecurity only. I started earning, and now I've reached a stage where I'm like in top 25, but that insecurity has actually increased a lot more now. So yeah, thank you, Prabhu.
It's good to know that categorically. Anyadevahur sambhavad, anyadahur sambhavat. There's a completely different result we get from investing our minds and attention in material solutions versus spiritual solutions. Okay, something from this side.
So I was just, thinking that I see during the week like my co-workers, or even sometimes I talk to my neighbors, they're always like so much effort and time they put to think what they will do during the weekend, where they will go. And I was thinking, we are so fortunate, we don't have a thing, we just have to come here. So I don't know, that just came into my mind.
Yeah, I remember that as kids too. Kids would get together and say, what do you want to do? So I don't know, what do you want to do? And there really is not much to do in the material world. It's not the rechurning of the same thing over and over again. One more, or online. Okay, I'll give you one more quote. Simply, our prayer should be, my dear Krishna, please remind me to always chant your holy name. Please do not put me into forgetfulness. You are sitting with me as Supersoul, so you can put me into forgetfulness or into remembering you. So please do not put me into forgetfulness. Please always remind me to chant. Even you send me into the hell, it doesn't matter, just so long as I can always chant Hare Krishna. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Shri Panchatattva, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Lakshmi Nrsingadev, please always remind us, if you so desire, to chant your holy names, and please keep us in remembrance of how important it is to keep the transcendental vibration going. Thank you for considering our request. Om Tat Sat. Everyone agrees with this prayer in whole or in part, say Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalptarishya, Kripasinabhe, Vajapatitanam Bhavanibhyo, Vaishnavibhyo, Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna.